Even bridge, I don't took care of one, it's like Tom's Bridge.
Now he might, now that's not, I don't think that's my dad, Nathan, that might have been one of those.
Somebody else.
It might have been his dad, I don't know. But I don't think the bridge is named after Nathan, that I know. But Nathan, he called me one time, when I was here, he used to bring antique furniture in here. 40 or 50 pieces at a time. I probably done 400 pieces of antique furniture in the book, photographed it. So, yeah, Nathan, I appreciate it.
You don't look at it, I'm almost sure I've got something at home where he passed away, but if you know, it could be.
He's sitting here a lot.
Yeah, he does. He comes home almost every day.
How old will he be? Roughly.
70, yes, he's somewhere around
That's
70.
what I was saying. He's 70.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's over 70. I'm 73.
Well, maybe, okay, maybe it's his dad or somebody else. My grandmother, I'm trying to think, she passed away. She's been dead for 30 years or so. I dealt with Nathan, I dealt with the estate. I don't know, it's no big deal, I just know property stuff.
Now, I'll tell you an interesting story about Nathan Hall. It wasn't long after I was working there. Nathan came into the office one day, and he started talking about Long Hollow Pike. And he said, now, Mayor, I want to tell you that Long Hollow Pike is supposed to be 5-laned, just like Hartsville Pike. He said, I handle the sale of some of those properties to TDOT, which you know Long Hollow is not 5-lane, it's fairly narrow. And I'm going, what is it so bad? If you go out on Long Hollow, you will see there are markers. And I have always wondered what those markers are. You look for them, there are concrete markers on the side of the road. And so Joe Thompson, who was our attorney, I went to tell Joe, I said, Joe, what is Nathan Hodge talking about? And Joe said, well, I can tell you one thing about Nathan. He knows everybody he's representing. He knows everybody he's representing. So we went out on Long Hollow Pike, and we got out of the car, and we started looking at those markers. On the top of the markers is the star from the state of Tennessee. It's on top of all these markers, and we were like, what in the world? So we called TDOT, and we said, can you tell us about these markers? And they have state of Tennessee on them and all that. They had to go back. It took months of them going back, researching what those markers were for. And sure enough, Nathan was right. I don't know what year it was. I can't tell you that. The state of Tennessee did come in, and they were going to widen that patch of Long Hollow from Red River out to 5 lanes, just like Hartsville Pike. All the people sold their property in the state of Tennessee. The map was lost. TDOT didn't even have a current map. They had to go back. I forgot. Basically, a file for the key where you put things where you don't know where any place else to put them, and they found a map that shows where Long Hollow Pike was. All that property was bought. It was supposed to be widened. It never was. And if you go out there now, you'll see some of those markers. There's a house sitting right here, and the marker will be right in the front yard. Because it didn't get reported, it didn't go forward. People built houses all along there, so they couldn't widen it because they built literally right up to where the markers are. You go out there and look, and you'll see them all up down from Red River Road out to about where it ends, right before where the bypass is. And you'll see where it was supposed to be the width, and then you'll see smaller ones from the side roads coming out, and there's smaller ones where they were going to put turnover. Now, isn't that an interesting story? And I was like, yeah, who would have? But Nathan knew. Nathan knew. He remembered it.
Actually, she needs Nathan here.
Yeah, you need to ask Nathan about that story. And you need to go out and look at those markers, because it is interesting.
Well, now, one time, and I don't know how they're titled now, but at one time it was Harsh, Kelly, and Harsh. Now, who was the other Harsh? Who was
His son. I think his name was Joe.
So,
Yeah.
22.
Richard,
One of them just walked across the street right there a while ago.
Richard's pretty much a farmer.
Okay, I thought
He takes care, well, I mean, I said farmer, he takes care of a lot of the farmers.
property.
And-
Joe was the attorney.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Richard, they has a lot of farmers.
Yes, he
I
does.
mean, but most of them, a lot of them pretty civil war. I mean, all these, in fact, Richard did, go out towards Cascade Springs, turn left. Yeah. He owned a nice little place back there. I did, a photograph of Richard's wedding picture, that he got married out there. So,
Somebody about 10 or 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, I guess they had found all this stuff out there on his place. They had everything from 8 cents to pieces of china, and they had all this stuff, displayed. And I think it was found there on that property. The way I understood it. Not where they were. It was a big deal. There's a lot of people that came out to see it. Long driveway back there to the house.
yeah, it might be what Richard did.
It's off Greenfield Lane. I think it's Greenfield Farms, I think is the
Yeah, I
sign.
think there's cemeteries out there, that family farm.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting. Stuff to find. I remember China, from before that time period.
Yes.
That time period,
Yes.
even stuff that they found in Bledsoe Fort, that was, very wealthy people that had means to have that kind of stuff. Nice China.
So,
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
when he died, I don't know how many sets of china they sold out of that auction. It was amazing.
You've done
Oh, my gosh.
regardless of business, do you know, or did you ever know Jack Horn? Does that ring a bell? He was from the Bledsoe area. He was, well, I guess retired now, but he was photographer. He actually taught photography in Western Kentucky for many years. But he's had a lot of displays of photography at the City Hall in Goodrich.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of military stuff and all. I don't know how those circles work.
Well, the same one, Mr. Starks was an old photographer. He had an old camera, wooden camera. His camera and a picture of him was in the museum. He'd always have a one finger with him. He put the darn clock over his head to focus the camera and stuff. And he did my senior pictures. Tippy Crutcher did the girls. Mr. Starks was sort of fading out. Tippy was taking over. And he was on Marshall Pike in his house at that time.
Right there by Perkins.
Yeah,
Perkins,
yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah, I remember that.
And actually, I was a photographer in the Navy in the Philippines, and we had to do it in And after I got out of the Navy, I was on the Professional Photography Association. I took Mr. Starks with me to some of the meetings sometimes, because he was getting real into. But I mean, he was, this is a really interesting story. He came here from Iowa or somewhere out west. He had a covered wagon. I mean, it was a box wagon, not a tent wagon. And he had slides in it to let the sunlight in. And he was taking pictures. And he would come to town, and he would stay in town for a month or whatever, take everybody's pictures, and then he would go to another town. He got to Galton, he met his wife.
And he stayed.
And he stayed in Galton. But there's a story about Mr. Stark. He was so interesting to talk to him. He'd tell you all the stories. So that's real long time ago.
I've got some paperwork at home that I think this farm that I was talking about my grandfather had that came through to their family. Some of it, or all of it, I guess, in an old land grant. So that tells you how far back that went. And then at some point, I think they sold part of it, or a certain amount of it was like 50 cents an acre. You know, it's a big issue.
I've got to go back to the office.